to What's What with Benji. I'm your host, Benji, obviously. And behind the camera, it's producer Josh.
Hello.
That was pathetic. Go on, do
Hey!
okay, you need more coffee or something.
Yeah.
We haven't actually done this for a while. It's been a week and a half, I think. We're a bit late, you know? Yeah. This is very slightly.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've been busy. I mean, we had the Craig Thompson show last week. Hi, Craig Thompson. What's up with the beanie?
Hey!
You know, and like, you know, you had your exams. How was the exam?
Went okay.
Yeah.
Went alright.
If you don't know what producer Josh does, he's studying to be an accountant. How boring.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's go straight into the first topic. Controversy hour. No worries, only one thing actually we're going to talk about here, and that's actually
Wait, let the beat drop. There we go. There you go. You feeling it?
Rich.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, so we got Trent Broadhurst that lost against David Light. Now you think, oh, that's not controversial. I mean, like, some people might disagree with actually that statement because of the whole fact that Trent actually walked into the fight with a burst eardrum, you know, and it made a very, well, you know, David Light was disappointed about the fact that the fight went the way it did because, you know, he wanted a proper fight, not just a injured boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the controversy about this particular fight is that the judges. So, what's controversial is that Judge 1 and 2 of the judges scored the fight by round 3, 19-19, and 1 judge scored it 20-17. So, let me just break it down what this means. So, I might do like fancy little graphics here actually. So, 2 of the judges saw that Trent won the first round. It doesn't really matter, you know. It's fine.
Could have gone either way.
Could have gone either way.
Okay.
Some people might disagree. It doesn't really matter. That wasn't the controversy part.
Okay.
It was also nice that the other judge actually saw David won that first round as well. Fantastic. In the second round, Trent actually got knocked down twice. So technically that should have been a 10-7 round.
Yes. Because it's 10-8 if you get knocked down once.
Yes, and
10-7 if you get knocked down twice.
Correct.
Okay.
See, you're not even a judge and you know this.
Yeah.
You know. But for some reason, they awarded David Light 10-9s. From 2 of the judges awarded the David Light 10-9s, which equaled it to 19-19, which disregarded the 2 knockdowns, which is really, really bad. And the other judge, even though he was giving the round to David anyway, he only recognised 1 knockdown, not the 2 knockdowns. So he only gave 10-8 to David for that. So it's actually really controversial.
Okay, so maybe it's just, you know, they got different rules in Australia.
No.
It's not the Queen's Marksbury rules, you know?
Well, actually, so I didn't actually know about this at first, because like when you see like knockouts, you don't actually really, you know, take much attention to the scorecards.
Yeah.
But a referee from New South Wales, because this fight was done in New South Wales, a referee from New South Wales actually messaged me saying like, did you actually see the scorecards? So I was like, no, it's a knockout, who cares? It's like, so he showed me, it was like, shit!
Maybe in Australia they don't follow the Marcus of Queensberry rules.
Well,
they follow the Marcus of Queensland rules.
no. Well, it's New South Wales, not Queensland.
Oh, sorry.
But like this is the thing. Is like even like they're getting criticism from their own judges over there, and like their own referees.
That's bad.
over
I
there.
mean, look, at least if they got 10-8, okay, but 10-9, I mean, for a knockdown.
Yeah. I mean that's disgraceful. And like I put this up on social media, and we're getting lots of quotes from people actually. From John Conway, he actually said next thing that's going to happen is world-class fighters will not want to go fight over there. That's one. Peach Boxing, as you know, that looks after David Light. Unfortunately, this is far too common occurrence in our sport. Luckily, David used his fists to be the judges getting a TKO and not leaving it to the official judges. And this is bullshit scorecards. This affects people's entire careers, dreams, right from amateurs in Olympics, World Championship, Commonwealth Games, and the professional ranks. It's not acceptable. So yeah, that was from Peach Boxing. That was their quote. Let's see, who else have we got? Chris Martin said, these judges should not be used again. Cairo George, man, that's crazy, eh? That's Aussie for you. Mark Cadell, that's pretty average. David was always going to knock him out, in my opinion. So well played to take the fight and win easy. Great to get the microscope out on this. And then Cairo George again, man, that's crazy. Let's see here. Ratu Dawai, the in PBC NZ light heavyweight champion, the guy that defeated Sam Rapira. He said, "Bullshit, all right, good work, Dave." Stuart Duncan, if you don't know who he is, he's the guy who matchmakes Jeff Warren, who matchmakes Joseph Parker, Jai Opatai. He's a big matchmaker in Australia.
What did he say?
He said this poses a serious problem when it comes when trying to make a fight like Opatai versus Light happen. Really, the officials need to be held to account. David won by TKO, so there can be no controversy. Bullshit, this is controversial. However, if the fight had gone the distance, this could have been a disaster.
So, have you got a response from the boxing authorities?
No, and that's the thing. Is like, well, I guess if you take that one boxing judge from New South Wales who actually commented towards me, I think that's the only response I've actually gotten, is the fact that he thinks this is total, like, disgusting. His words, disgusting. I mean, there's more as well. Mike Angriff, what in the name of holy six is this? Either inept or corrupt. Either way, this is FOH. I don't know what that means. Fo?
FOH.
Yeah. Nigel Elliott. David Light was schooling him too much height and reach. The jab was dominating with some nice trigger shots behind him. Okay, that wasn't actually talking about the... I don't know why he's trying to comment on that.
Hey, he enjoyed the fight.
He enjoyed the fight, obviously.
He was commentating on the action.
Yes, well, no, it wasn't comment. This is a follow-up. In fact, this is a follow-up because, like, I wrote the article saying that David Light won. Great. Then I follow up again with the controversy. So it's like you're coming to the part. I like this. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, I don't know if, like, these judges are going to get actually reprimanded for what has happened. Obviously they should. I know New South Wales actually have some, like, pretty strict rules when it comes to fighting over there, because when it comes to official selections, they refuse to let anyone who's judging come from outside New South Wales. Like, if it's a regional title, international title, it doesn't matter. It will always be New South Wales judges, unless it's a world title fight. So by itself can be actually could be slightly dodgy, because they get full control and they refuse other officials to come in. Because, like, when you get international fights, you get international judges sometimes. And also, like, they've got different rules, like referees and the doctor and the supervisor can stop the fight at any time, when really it only should be the referee that stops the fight.
Now, you're an official, right? You're a
Yes.
judge. You've trained a few people.
Yes.
So what happens if you, like, let's say you were judging a fight and one of your fellow boxing judges scored it like this? What sort of repercussions could you face for, scoring incorrectly? Can you just plead, like, negligence, or maybe you just made a mistake? Or, like...
Well, it depends. Like, well, if it's like something like this drastic, there would be actually some big discussions that would actually be happening. Like, of course, with the higher ups in the organisation, and with the boxing judge.
Okay.
And it depends, like, what was the reasoning behind it. For this is pretty, like, poor. This is probably this sort of scorecard you'll see when Mousy Ossie was judging. So,
how many like Like, what was the actual scores for that round again? From how many? What was it?
So like that scores, if I still have it up, yes I do. So do you want overall or from that particular round?
That particular round, I want to know.
So Wayne Douglas scored that round 10-9 to David Light.
Okay.
So it should have been 10-7, remember?
Got it.
Mick Haffey scored at 10-9 for David. And Will Solos scored 10-8 for David. So even
So
Will...
they all got it wrong.
They all got it wrong. Even
Okay.
Will...
Like collaboratively.
Yeah, they collaboratively got it wrong.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah,
I mean, controversial, you know?
it is controversial. Yeah.
And plus, you got a lot of big names, you know, on the comment section there. So
I know,
a lot
I
of people
know.
are taking notice.
And
so-
not just like New Zealanders, but a couple of Australians there as well.
Mhm.
All right, shall we go to the next topic? Enough with controversy.
Yeah.
Results of the 4-man. Used to be the 8-man, but now it's a 4-man. So I should probably discuss like why it became a 4-man.
Yeah.
So 3 boxers pulled out the week of the 8-man tournament.
Clarence Tillman.
No, Clarence didn't actually pull out. He actually offers his name to be out because because there was like 5 boxes, you know. So like someone needed to be the odd man out to be you know, so they can make it a 4-man. So he put his name out. It's like,
Okay.
look, hey, I can be the odd one out and let the other 4, you know, take part. And he, you know, there's the honourable thing.
Yeah.
But, like,
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thomas Pietau, he pulled out.
Due to
I don't know. It was like a couple of debut boxes.
okay.
Yeah, and it's like left like Will Few from Northland, Semesi Kalu, Will Quarry, and Junior Putty.
Which is a good. It's a good.
It's good.
It's a good
Still
list,
good full
yeah.
man. There was also like problems, not to Craig Thompson's fault, but like there was a lot of problems that police wouldn't clear a lot of the fighters. Now this is actually should know with all promoters and all boxing trainers is that if your boxer has a criminal history, there is a high chance that they will not be accepted to fight in the into the fight. So if you're very aware that they have an assault charge in the past or an active court case, they're probably not going to be allowed to fight.
Uh-oh.
And like there was like 4 or 5 boxes that had like that wasn't cleared by the police or something like that.
Wow. So you need to have a pretty clean record now if you want to be a boxer.
Well, I mean like pretty clean-ish. I mean like if like something happened like 5 years ago, like, or 7 years ago, they're probably not gonna double check that. But if this happened like recently, then like
What do you do to like? Do you have to actually go to the police station and say, hey, can I get clearance?
No. So when it comes to like police permits and whatnot, we for officials, we have to collect all the promoters have to collect all the IDs. They give us the IDs. We send it off to the police. Police will do a background check on all the boxes, and they'll come back saying, "Yep, that's all good," or they say, "Oh no, we're not going to do this one because of this."
Just from an ID, they can
I'm not
find
going.
your whole thing.
Yeah, from an ID, they can look do a background check.
Wow.
But
Clamping down.
yeah, of course they're clamping down. I mean, you know, I mean there was like a couple of boxes that one fought on Hard Knocks, and he got cleared. But the week after, he was going to fight on Shane Cameron, but he didn't get cleared because of domestic violence. So yeah. Anyway, back to the 4-man. It was a good night.
It was.
Yes.
It really was.
It really was. Will Few, he was actually, we didn't expect him to do as good as he did. Will Quarry, he showed that he's got skills. He almost didn't look like he had any rust at all, like any ring rust whatsoever.
Will Quarry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but like he had the punching. He out punched Semesi for quite a bit of like, especially the first round, and a good half of the second round, you know, and yeah. So I was quite impressed that Will came back and like did quite well in those first couple of rounds.
He did well in the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
Just the.
Well, in that third round, he got knocked down.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you can see all this on YouTube later today because we've got to upload this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll feature commentary from me because if I'm going to be nominated for best commentary, I might as well bloody do my commentary. And producer Josh is going to be on the side of me.
Yeah. And we'll be like, wow, that's a good punch.
Wow! Oh, he's on the floor. Haven't seen fisting like this since my bedroom.
Yeah, but Will Quarry was really good. Honestly, I was kind of excited to see him back again, just to see how he was. So I think even the crowd was excited to see him. Like,
I was excited. I was judging the fight.
And he had a lot of family and a lot of people, a lot of tables, and there was a good energy when he came in.
Yeah.
But he went against a tough Semisi.
Yeah. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it's actually pretty good. So Messi ended up winning the fight. So
yeah. He's a very smart fighter, right? The way he
very smart. Yeah. I mean, he drawed with Conrad on his second fight, and he proves that he's a good fighter. And then Junior Putty versus Will Few.
That was another fight.
I hated judging that fight. I absolutely hated it.
How come?
It was just a messy fight, and messy fights that because there was a lot of wrestling. It wasn't easy to tell who was a clear winner of each round.
Yeah.
And that fight ended up going the fourth round,
the extension round. Yeah, that was cool to see.
Yeah. But during that fight, Junior actually, even though he won the fight, he broke his hand, so he couldn't continue on with the fight. With the tournament. So Will had to come back to face Messi in the finals.
Yeah, and in a way, a lot of people thought, I don't know, there was a lot of booing going on there once the.
Well, they thought that Will won the fight, and let's be honest, I judged the fight and I actually scored Will to won the whole thing, and so it was a split decision loss for Will, and Junior won it by split decision. So
so when the crowd when it was announced that Will Few would continue into the finals, people were kind of pleased.
Yeah, they were pleased. It was okay, he gets a second chance, because a lot of people thought that Junior Putty lost.
But then again, I mean, who wouldn't like to see Junior Putty go off with, Semisi? Yeah.
Well,
but they both Tongans, right? So maybe.
No. Junior is from Samoa, so.
Oh, okay.
Samoa versus Tonga.
Got it.
But
are you sure?
Yes, very sure.
Junior, man. I think Junior Putty is Tongan.
No, he's Samoan. I do his box trick. I know. He's born in Samoa.
Okay. All right.
But Junior at the moment is looking for a fight against James Singh from Fiji. If you don't know who James Singh is, he lost against David Light at one point. I think he's got 5 wins, 2 losses.
Okay.
And current WWF Australian heavyweight champion at the moment as well. So that's going to be a big fight. So that's going to be a very interesting fight. Anyway, back to the 4-man. Semisi ended up knocking out Will Few in the second round, and as I said on the last show, I called it. Semisi Kalu won the whole thing.
Congrats! And I noticed he also put a video out on his Facebook.
I know. He he put a video of us talking about how I thought Semisi was going to win. Now a lot of people might think, oh, Benji, maybe. You pulled more towards Semisi's side, being the judge of the thing, and talking you think he was going to win, blah, 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 blah. Well, you're wrong, because I actually thought Will Quarry won the first and second round against Semisi, which made it an overall draw. So, obviously, it showed I was very, very impartial to think that Semisi lost the first 2 rounds. And then in the second fight, Semisi knocked him out, so yeah.
Little interesting thing was I could see someone cheering for Semisi Kalu, and they were like, "Come on!" and they're giving advice. And who it was? It was Will Quarry.
Yeah. Well, it's a good.
That was good to see, good sportsmanship. Yeah. He was telling him, "Throw the overhand."
It's how New Zealand boxing is a tight community.
Yeah, because that was not an easy fight between them two, and then for them to show that kind of respect at the end. Yeah. I don't know, it's good to see.
So what's next with Semisi? I think he should go for New Zealand title next, because he had a big year, 3 3 wins with Cameron Takua last year. A draw. Was it last year or this year? It was last year. Yeah, it was last year. Cameron Takua last year. Draw with Conrad Lamb, and then winning a 4-man. He should go for the New Zealand title next.
Yeah, and he could pull it off.
Like, what's the options? Is Kiki Toiletali? That could be like a good fight. Samesi versus
Definitely.
Junior Pashi as well. That would be a good fight between those two as well for the New Zealand title.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Who else holds the title?
For Pro Box, there's no one holds the title at the moment, so it's vacant.
Okay, and what about for the other one, NZPBA?
NZPBA is Junior Far, but he's not going to defend it. So
Yeah,
it's practically PBC that there was actually who holds. I think it was Hemi, but he doesn't hold. He hasn't defended it at all either. So it's like clean slate. Oh, Julius Long, that would be a good fight. Samesi Kalu versus Julius Long.
I mean, look, the way he handled Conrad Lamb makes me think he'll. I mean, look, I don't know whether he's gonna win or not, but he'll come up he'll have some strategy. He'll have a good game plan.
And he's got power. Or final one, Nicholas Chaulimbus versus Samesi Kalu.
Nicholas is now a heavyweight.
Well, he's had like a lot of fights over the last couple of over this year in the heavyweight division. I mean, like, I'm just looking on.
That would be a good fight.
I mean, yeah. Nicholas has got the reach and height advantage, but Samesi has also got the power behind him. So.
But Nick's been boxing his whole life, right? I wonder how. Like,
so is Samesi, though.
Really?
Well, Samesi went to the Commonwealth Games.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Very impressive performance by him.
This year, Nicholas Chaulimbus was has fought twice in the heavyweight division. He was going to fight James Langton for a heavyweight title, but James pulled out last minute on Sam Peres' show.
Okay. I saw Lance Bryan in the audience as well.
Yeah, Lance Bryan. That was pretty weird.
Yeah, he was enjoying the fight.
He lives in like Fielding Paeatua.
Yeah.
And if I'm being in Auckland, it's like, oh, that's random.
Yeah.
Okay, next subject. Controversy hour.
Another one. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, so
Are you sure?
yes, I'm sure.
Don't do
this
it.
is about Claire Hafner.
Oh. Go on. Continue.
You didn't expect this, didn't you?
No. She's protesting the decision.
She's protesting something. So, as you can see here, I'm going to pop up, is that here's a post that says Claire Hafner is in the newspaper talking about her career, which is nice and lovely kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But now, like, I looked really closely, and I actually read the article, and...
Here we go.
Okay.
I'm excited, actually.
You're excited. So she claims that her cut was actually caused by a headbutt. Now, I've watched the fight. Multiple people watched the fight. I did not see one single headbutt. And I've seen the highlights over and over and over again, and that was not caused by a headbutt.
What about, didn't she have multiple cuts?
She had cuts on both eyes.
And she claims both of them were headbutts.
No, she claimed the first one. She didn't talk about the second one. But, she continues in this article. So she said that Hafner used her longer reach to her advantage, but she's speaking like she won that round.
Nah.
Which, that first round I'm talking about. But was stunned by a headbutt later in the first round. I mean, there was no headbutt for one. I think that was a pretty good punch from Geovana, but definitely not a headbutt.
Look, after watching the Jeff Horn fight yesterday with Michael Zarafa,
yeah,
man, those guys got cut in the first round and they fought like warriors till the end. So I don't know, I don't know. I'm not very
there's
apologetic
more.
to this.
There's more.
Go on.
I couldn't quite get focus. Hafner said. It's cliche to say, but usually in the ring things slow down a little bit and you can almost think 1 second ahead of what you're doing. After the headbutt, so still claiming the headbutt, I didn't have that ability. I never crossed mind to have them stop the fight. I just was thinking, go back out there and execute your plan. So she was still claiming this headbutt got her, even though there wasn't a headbutt. It's like she's fully committed to that. It's just couldn't quite get that 1 second ahead like I normally am. Hafner was disappointed when the fight was stopped in the 8th round. The loss due to injury was a tough was tough to swallow.
Yeah, okay. Look, it's interesting to know a perspective. At least it's good to. I'm happy this bit of information came out.
Yeah.
Like, I know boxers don't like to make excuses, but it's good to know what they're thinking in their heads, you know?
I don't, this continues, I really don't know how I would have done without the injury, but like, oh wait, there's this little bit more.
Yeah.
Hafner needed stitches to close the eye, and which is obviously.
Yeah.
But this is the part I didn't know. She had a fracture on her cheekbone.
Oof. Maybe it was a headbutt. I don't know.
I
get a fracture in your cheekbone.
I mean, like, I've seen the footage, and like, there was no headbutt.
Okay.
There was no headbutt.
Man, so she not only did she have cut, she also had a fracture. So
on her
warrior then.
So it shows how much power Geovana had.
Yeah.
But
Man.
like, it's funny because like she's using excuses to, to claim the fact that she lost the fight because of a headbutt, even though there was no headbutt.
I know, but in a way, I like to hear it. I don't like when they keep silent. Like, I like to know what they're thinking, what they felt they went through. I don't know. At least it gives us a little more insight.
Yeah.
But what do you think? She should have just not said anything. Just say Claire, Geovana was a better fighter. And
I liked Claire. She was happy and like nice person.
Very nice.
But it changed my opinion as soon as I saw that, because this is where like she made an excuse, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I see your point.
Okay, next subject. Patrick Maliata won his fight over in Hungary.
By KO.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was... You're jumping ahead there. Right?
By KO, no.
No. KO, no. He, as we all know, we kind of spoke about this last time we were on the show, that he was going to fight in Hungary on the... What was this guy's name? Sorry, this guy will search it up while I've got the thing here. I mean, I might as well use my computer for research while I'm live. Under Pulev's undercard.
That's right, his brother.
Yeah, the younger brother. I think it was a younger brother.
How did he do?
He won the fight by unanimous decision. Patrick Maliata won his fight.
It's
Maliata, sorry. He won his fight by unanimous decision, winning every round by the judges, apart from one judge who said that he won five out of the 6 rounds, which doesn't really matter.
Rounds. Okay.
It was a 6-round fight.
Okay.
Now I've noticed that Patrick Maliata.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not very good with.
You know what? I might be pronouncing it wrong myself.
Oh,
so,
yeah. This is the second fight in a row that he didn't win by knockout. So it's either that they've been matchmaking very tough guys, or he doesn't have much of a power. I think he's just probably being matched against tough guys, because like this guy that he fought, he's had 3 losses before this, but all those losses were decisions, so could be just a tough chin.
I mean, plus the fact that he's fighting overseas.
Yeah, and like that second guy that the fight before that he won by unanimous decision was an undefeated boxer from Mexico, and Mexicans have really tough heads.
Yeah. You know, he sparred with Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, I heard when he was still in the amateurs as well.
Yeah. I think he was in the UK, and then I think
it was part of the World Series of Boxing.
Yeah, but it shows you just how much research they're doing at Anthony Joshua's camp. Like, to reach out to Patrick. It's like these people really put in the work, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was third big win. So far in his career, he's had wins in different countries each and every single time.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty cool.
Nah, congrats to Patrick.
So it's very rare to see that. It is very, very cool actually to see that. And for me to say cool is very weird.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You're putting the applause?
Wait. You brought rule number 1. Don't talk about sound effects.
Oh no!
He's
How is that rule number 1?
Rule number 2, you don't talk about the rules.
Oh no!
He's doing pretty well. I'm looking forward to what he's going to do next year. He's probably going to have another busy year, try and get his wins up to like 10-0 or something like that, because they generally rush their first couple of years to get that 10-0 so he can start going for regional title fights.
Yeah.
So yeah, so pretty exciting for Patrick Mailata.
Hey, well done.
Thank you, thank you. Next topic. It's not controversial whatsoever. No, it's not. So we had 2 Kiwis on the Jeff Horn undercard.
Oh, yes.
We had Andrew Hunt, who's a New Zealand born. He fought against a really, really tough boxer. I have forgotten his name. That's why I'm going to use my trusty Google. I had no no preparation.
Googler.
Google. Slowly loading. No, it's not. Because I've got the right button.
Geovana Peres tattoos look good, eh? Yeah.
We're not there yet.
Oh, sorry. Is that a part of your slides?
We could. Oh no, I didn't take a photo of that. Oh,
Yeah, it's alright.
Andrew defeated Sa Amonsot. What?
Take your time.
Amonsot. Anyway, he
try
was
and get the whole name together in like one go.
Sa Amonsot.
Okay.
He. If you don't know who Sa Amonsot is, he was actually 3rd in WBA at one point in his career.
Okay,
And-
so results?
Andrew came in with 5 wins, 1 draw.
Wow. And?
Sa Amonsot's 35 wins, 4 losses, 3
What?
draws.
Dude.
And the winner by unanimous decision was Andrew Hunt.
Well done, Andrew. That's spectacular.
That's a
man.
massive
On a good card.
Good
Yeah.
card, massive.
Probably
win for
best
him.
fight of the year that fight was on the main one.
He originally born from Auckland, now resides in Brisbane. So it's actually really good, really good win for him. The biggest win of his career by far. But
Nice. Good representing the Kiwis.
yeah,
Okay.
this actually opens up some questions for me. Should before this fight, I was going to say Sa Amonsot should fight Bowen Morgan.
Oh.
That because he was on the same caliber. What was it?
Collab-
Caliber. It's same
Caliber,
caliber as like Jack Assis.
Got it. Okay.
So, but now that Andrew Hunt won, maybe Andrew Hunt should fight Bowen Morgan instead because they're both welterweights.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's going to be a big fight in the future, I think.
Someone to look out for.
The other New Zealander is Shanika Johnson.
Shanika Johnson.
Top 3 in the IBF. She's ranked 18th on BoxRec. That will change probably soon when we get an update. She's originally born in New Zealand but now lives in Melbourne. She took on this loading Singapore girl, Nushahida Rossley, who is famous because she fought Daniela. She fought Gentiana Lupi and lost against her by TKO. And Gentiana Lupi won the WBA Oceania title back in 2016. Let's see, she's also has fought for a silver WBC title and a WBO Asia Pacific title, and now has lost against another New Zealander, Shanika Johnson.
Congratulations, Shanika Johnson.
Yes, well, she's on her way up for a world title fight because she's already in the top 3 in IBF, so she's very, very close to a world title fight.
Do they train in Australia, both of them? or-
Yeah, they both train in Australia. And I think they're both ranked in Australia too, so...
And what was Tej Singh's? Did he win that fight? He did, right?
Yeah, he won that fight by a majority decision against Reynold Quinlan.
That was. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't. But Reynold, if you don't know, he fought Chris Eubank.
Chris Eubank. Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
But like the interesting thing is that ever since that fight with Chris Eubank, he's been going downhill. Like he fought Alexander in Singapore, won by knockout. But ever since then, he fought Damien Hooper, lost by knockout. Fought Joshua Bartzi, lost by knockout. And this is 5 wins in a row.
But
Sorry,
let's-
5 losses in a row.
For those of you who don't know, Tej, he won the 8-man, which
yes.
Craig Thompson had, and he's been doing really well in his career. And now he's the co-main event, right?
Yeah, he was
just
the
before
co-
Horn fight.
Yeah, and
That means he's rising up.
He had that fight against Sam Solomon after the 8-man.
That controversial fight.
And that was very controversial.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's another dodgy decision from Australia.
Yeah, it just keeps on happening.
Yeah.
But after that fight, he ended up winning the Australian title, successfully defended it, and I think he's set for a big rankings boost. So good on Tej Singh.
Yeah, he's originally from Haryana,
Yes.
which is in India, and a lot of strong fighters come from that region.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
No, well done, Tej, as well.
Okay. Next topic, we've got Geovana receiving her BoxRec T-shirt. She's as you can see here on the pic, you can actually see her being, featured on the website of BoxRec. As you know, it was actually a pretty big deal. New Zealanders, there's never been a New Zealander to actually own a T-shirt. So it's a very rare T-shirt, and only BoxRec #1 ranked boxers receive that T-shirt, so it's actually a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And she received it, and we had a nice little chat with her that day. You enjoyed seeing her.
I did, and it was good. She really does. She's getting into the whole champion. Like you can see that she's very focused and cherishes that title and cherishes her championship status. So it's good to see.
And you can actually see the photo that we took of her. You can kind of see in the bottom left corner her it's a little bit too blurry, but like she just recently got a tattoo of a dragon all down her leg.
Yeah.
She has to get that done in 3 sessions, so they got the black outlining first, and now in the next couple of sessions they'll get the colour in. But she was like saying, "I've never felt pain like this."
Yeah, and she had this big GladraP plastic around it.
GladraP.
Yeah.
Entering the GladraP in.
yeah. But she it looks like it's gonna be a really good tattoo as well.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. So yeah, she's going to come to my Christmas this year. So she came to my Christmas last year, and come to my Christmas this year and like have food and stuff like that.
But that shirt's a pretty big deal. I know.
Yeah.
Like you gotta think, like even Parker hasn't got that shirt. You gotta be #1 in that particular division.
Not even David Tua has had that shirt.
Yeah.
Or Carly Meehan or Daniela Smith. Or
we're talking about like Anthony Joshua's got that T-shirt. Andy Ruiz, like Pacquiao.
Yeah, Pacquiao.
Yeah.
And
Floyd, of course.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather's got that. Triple G.
Canelo.
Canelo's got that.
Wow.
He's got like 3 of those shirts.
What? Oh, okay. So in different divisions. Okay.
Yeah. Like
Terence Crawford probably.
Yes. He does at one point. He did. Jeff Horn has a shirt as well.
Wow. Like it's a big deal. Like,
Yeah. Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Like big man. Going on the female side, there's Clarissa Shields as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She has that too. Okay.
Yeah. Katie Taylor as well.
Katie Taylor. Yeah.
Tyson Fury at one point as well. But what they did with Tyson Fury, they also gave him a belt, because they're trying out like a little prototype of see if like it'll look good with the belt. It did look good, but it was very expensive. So they might look into doing more regular belts next year.
Yeah, but and unfortunately they just give you one.
Oh no!
Yeah, they just give you that one shirt, so you can't just frame it.
Well, she's got the business card. Well, Terry's got the business card to them, so
yeah, ask for another one.
Yeah, ask for another one.
Yeah.
#1 trainer.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, that's it for our episode. It was a pretty short episode. This is our last episode for the year before the awards as well.
Stay tuned for the awards. How's it shaping out, the awards?
The awards is going great. We had a couple of recordings. If you want to know when the awards is, we're going to premiere it on YouTube 8 p.m. on Sunday. And we're going to have a special guest. We've got Golf Weather, who's going to open the show with a brand new song. Golf Weather.
Yeah.
He actually performed at the Big Gay Out. Was it this year? Yeah, it was this year.
Empty oceans and heavy skies, the bones are scattered on the island.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, so we got, look at this, musical guests, special appearances.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to end out the year and, give people their due credit.
Yeah.
So tune in.
We'll also show how many votes there are and what were the percentages of each category as well.
Yeah, because we almost have to show it, eh? 'Cause,
Yeah.
it's getting pretty serious out there.
yeah. There's been some unhappy people. Who
Yeah, a
didn't win
couple unhappy people, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we won't mention them.
Yeah.
We might mention them on the show, but okay. So stay tuned. Sunday, 8 p.m. on GladrapChannel.